So you're moving to Columbus, Ohio. Fantastic. But now you need to buy a house, but you're not quite sure what the next steps are. Well, stay tuned because in today's video, I'm going over 3 questions you must consider before buying a house in Columbus, Ohio. You will not want to miss this video. Let's go. Question 1 you must consider before buying a house in Columbus, Ohio is where do I want to live? I know this may seem like a silly question, but you have to ask yourself, do I want to live in the city or do I want to live in a suburb? Now, depending on your situation, there may be a better option for you. If you're coming as a single person or you're coming with your spouse, maybe the city is a great place for you to live and buy a house. If you're coming with a family, you may prefer to live in a suburb where the school districts are highly rated. According to niche.com, every single school district rated in the top 10 is located in a suburb here in Central Ohio. So if schools are important to you, maybe you choose the suburb. Whatever your situation is, it's important to ask and have a game plan. Where do I want to live? What's important to me? So you can make that decision for what's best for you and your family. There is not a perfect answer. Columbus, Ohio has amazing neighborhoods throughout Central Ohio. It's just depending on your personal preference and where you're at in your life. Question number 2 you must ask yourself before buying a house in Columbus, Ohio is what is important to me? This question may seem basic on the surface, but it's really, really important. Everybody is at a different point in their life, and if you're coming from out of state, you have to ask what's important. So like I mentioned earlier, if you have a family and school district is important, you want to make sure that you are doing research on the best school district so you have an idea of when you get to Columbus, Ohio, where you need to buy a house in a specific school district. If that doesn't matter, if school district is not important, you then have to ask what other important questions are important to me, such as the entertainment, the lifestyle, what's around me, how close is my drive to work. All of these questions are very important. And when it comes to buying a house, another very important question is, where am I buying a house and is it going to have good resale value? Is that area going to have high growth? So if I get here, I find out I do not love the area I bought my house, in 3 to 5 years, am I able to sell my house for a profit and get the equity out of that house? Because let's be honest, people are moving more often than they have in recent memory. So the first house you buy in a new state will probably not be your forever home. Just something to consider. And some people may not consider resale, but I think a very important factor when buying a house, especially moving to a new state like Ohio and coming to Central Ohio where there are a ton of great neighborhoods. So ask yourself what's important. Really do your research. If you want to be close to restaurants, if you want to be close to downtown for entertainment, if you have a family, school districts, like I mentioned, all of these questions are important to ask. Crime rates. Do your research, and if you have any questions or want to learn any more information about any of these topics, send me a direct message. I'd be glad to help. So the final question you must consider is, how am I going to find a place where I want to live? You've asked where you want to live, the city or the suburb. You've asked what's important to me where I'm going to be living. And now you need to know how to actually buy a house in the place that you have determined would be best for you. So this really comes down to having a detailed game plan. And what I mean by that is you need to sit down and write out what you want in a house. You need to write down everything from bedrooms, bath. Do I need a basement? Do I need a 2-car garage? Whatever is important to you when looking to buy a house, write that down. In addition to that, you need to write down what you want to pay monthly on your mortgage. Now, most people look at the purchase price, but it's actually more important to look at your monthly payment when buying a house than the purchase price, because this will give you an exact amount of dollars you will be spending every single month on your mortgage. In addition to that, you need to ask yourself, how am I going to finance this property, or am I going to pay cash? Reaching out to a local lender is what I highly recommend. So if you're living in Colorado, for example, and you're moving to Columbus, I highly recommend you reach out to a local lender here in Columbus, Ohio that knows this market. This will give you a highly competitive advantage in today's real estate market because real estate is hyper local, and what's going on here in Columbus, Ohio Ohio may be totally different than wherever you're living watching this video from. In addition to that, you need to reach out to a local real estate agent. They know the market, they know what exactly is going on, and they know the areas that you have been researching on your own for months, if not years. So this is important to reach out to a highly local professional real estate agent that is going to guide you through the process, because you may not even see a home that you want to buy. You may be doing everything virtually because you may not have the luxury to come down here and look at homes due to your busy schedule. So those three questions, where do I want to live, what's important to me, and how do I actually buy the house, are going to be three important questions you must consider before buying a house in Columbus, Ohio. I wanted to mention one more time, do not rush these three questions. Really sit down and write the answers out to these three questions. I think it's highly beneficial. I know it may seem like an extra step, but you want to know exactly what you want in a house when you come to Columbus, Ohio. So when you talk to a lender or a real estate agent, you guys are all in sync and no miscommunication is happening between all three parties. This will save you a lot of time and a lot of hassle and make the process smooth. So when you find your perfect home, you will be super happy with the experience and the transition moving from one state to the other. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I quickly wanted to mention I am a licensed realtor here in Columbus, Ohio. So if you are planning on moving to Central Ohio or the Columbus, Ohio area, I would love to help you with all your real estate needs. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me anytime. My information will be on the screen. I answer every single call, email, and text that I get. We are the #1 relocation team here in Columbus, Ohio. So if you have any questions, please reach out to me. Let me know what videos you guys want to see next, and I will make those for you. Until next time, guys, have a great day.